Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Yeah.
Yellow on the track. Yellow on the track. Yellow on the track. Yellow on the track.
All right. Yeah. Welcome.
Okay, yep, there we go.
Welcome.
Okay, we good.
Let's turn that down a little bit. Now we got it right here. Now we ain't got the echo going as much. Hopefully y'all having a good day wherever you are in the world. Let's start this again. Rewind.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right, y'all. Shout outs Yellow Boy Beats production side, SODMG Records and Soldier Boy. Appreciate you, fam. Also on the show, Georgie. He
What's up,
makes
y'all?
beats. Your boy can find him at
Teeny Johnson 83.
Y'all
That's
heard him.
TINNIE. The word Johnson is 83.
Y'all heard him. Tiny
Yeah,
Johnson
like, comment,
83.
and subscribe. I mean, tell me if I'm good. Hell, you can tell me it sucks. Don't matter. Just let me know. Because either way, I would do one thing. I'm either keep sucking
That's-
at it, I'm going to get back.
That's right.
you know.
Drop in the comments and tell him if he sucks at it. We all right with it. We all right with sucking.
Like I
You
said,
don't get better in this world.
like, so
unless
you ain't
get
gonna hurt
drunk.
about the, like, you can tell me, hey, dude, you are your shit. You know.
Yeah, you gotta.
And I'll be like, I'll be that.
You definitely, you gotta learn. You know, somebody might not like your music. Somebody might. You never know. You know, I mean, it all depends. I listen to a lot of Yella shit, and Yella made a lot of my beats for my cousin, and he made some great beats. You know, y'all check him out on Instagram, Yella Beats Production, side SODMG Records and Soldier Boy, Greedy Money, GMC. Your boy out there getting paper. He got all kinds of dudes worldwide using them beats. What's funny is one of my tree men actually hit me up one day. He's a rapper, right? I swear. One of my tree men hit me up. He's a rapper. He said, "You got a beat man?" I said, "Yeah, I got a beat man." I said, "What you trying to do?" He said, "I'm trying to buy some beats." So I said, "Okay, let's buy some beats. Let me get a hold of Yella." He said, "All right." So he gave my boy the hookup on the beats. And of course, Yella, he messes with me tough, okay? Right?
Right.
He's the beat man for the podcast. Y'all hear it. Yella Beats Production. Y'all hear him. The man makes beats, you know? So I sent my homie to him, and Yella trusts me, so he sent the beats out through the email. He ain't even got paid for them, right? Payment never comes. Yella hits me at work one night, and he's like, "Hey, bro, I need you to fix this." And I'm like, "Bro, what you mean?" He said, "Your dude came through me and got a beat one time, well, a few beats, and he never paid me for it." I was like, "What do you mean? He never paid you for it?" He said, "You need to call him and figure it out." I said, "Oh, man." So I called him. He said, "Man, my bad." And then Yella called me 10 minutes later and said, "Hey, bro, thank you for solving that for me. I appreciate it." He cash apped me the money. And I was like, "Hell yeah." Because I told him, I said, "Man, my beat man's not no joke. Like, he's not, like, he's a hood dude. Like, he's linked up and shit. Like, nah, like, don't mess with him. You don't owe him money for no reason. Like, you don't just borrow something, you know, like, you never
Right.
give it back. Like, let me see that Cartier, you know, no. Not how I have it. Sorry, I'm smoking the last of my tobacco. Just tobacco, yeah. Smoking on some tobacco. How y'all doing? Look. Like the sign, that's the sign that was on my couch. Look at my new Fuggler. My homegirl got this for me for my birthday. We went to high school together. Jackie, what up? How you doing? She also does beats and shit, I think. All right, so like I was saying earlier, George,
Yeah.
him and his dad own a food truck. Like a pop-up. Like they pop up, put some croutons down, and they cook. They get at it in the kitchen without being in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So tell them about it, George. What you about to do this
Well,
spring,
like I
right?
said,
Also?
we're basically coming up with a basic menu. Well, at least I am. Because I might branch off a little bit differently than what my dad does, but we'll still be working the same venues.
Right.
And sometimes my dad wants to go way off, like, you know, the rail was off the wall, organic, crazy shit that'd be good as hell, but it'd be like intense. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes some people may not want intense, so some people may want to be like simple stuff like a burger or a hot dog. Then I'm your guy. you
Right.
know.
I get it. Hell yeah.
You know.
I'll
yeah.
tell you, his dad, Papa George. This is Junior.
Yep.
Junior, here, look, TikTok. There's Junior. There's Junior. Papa George Jr. right there. All right. His dad got me turned on to pork chop sandwiches. Man, make some pork chop sandwiches I ain't never had. When he touched down, make sure you touch down. Man, Papa George, when he get back out there, that man can cook. My kids always talk about some, can we go get a hot dog? Where's Papa George at? Can we go get a bratwurst? Where's Papa George at? And I'm like, man, and it's crazy because Papa George is the kind of guy where if you don't have the money, he'll just buy you. He'll make you a meal. He don't care. He used to call me all the time. They're like, yo, Koop, what you doing? I'm like, I'm smoking a blunt with the old lady on the front porch. What are you talking about? And he's like, you got the kids? And I'd say, yeah. He'd say, well, bring them up. I'm like, what are you talking about? He'd say, I want them to eat. Bring them up. Come get them something to eat. So I'd bring him up there. I'd try to pay him. He'd say, no, it's on me. That's Papa George. That's his dad, y'all. His dad be getting it in on that flat top. I tell you what, pork chop sandwiches. I know all about some pork chop sandwiches, y'all. Man. So, George.
Yes, sir.
Got a question.
Yes.
You ever dated a crazy chick?
Crazy chick?
Yeah.
Dude.
Crazy chick. Or the crazy chick. You ever dated a crazy chick?
Dude. I mean, which decade? Which time zone? I mean, which city?
Just in general.
Which state? I mean, dude, I got stories.
All right. What about the craziest chick you ever dated?
Okay, I would say the craziest chick I had ever dated. I even had to get my dad involved with this one. And I don't know the details of what my dad did when he contacted this chick.
Right.
But I'll put it to you this way. One minute she's talking about she's going to have some dudes come to my house, whoop my ass. And me being the person I am, if you piss me off, I'm going to say some shit like, okay, make sure it be some motherfuckers you don't care about, because I guarantee you, I'm going to hit them and they ain't going to get up ever again in life.
Never again in life,
you know.
he said.
So you better come with the hardcore motherfuckers that you don't mind losing, because they will be lost real quickly.
Hell yeah.
And like I said, I was trying to get my dad involved. My dad just happened to call me, and he just happened to ask about old chick. I just happened to tell him.
Can you
the story.
hear good, Zax?
You know, and I just happened to tell.
Let me know.
I just happened to tell him the story, what just happened, and my dad being my dad, I didn't think of it at the time. I just started giving her some information she asked. All I know is somehow I gave him her full name. Somehow the bitch was stupid enough to give me her full social. I could just identity theft on her ass if I wanted to.
George talking about opening credit cards.
You know, but I never did that shit because that ain't me.
Yeah, don't open credit cards.
But the thing is, basically, I had this whole
You're
entire life, and all I know is I told my dad about. I gave him the number or something like that. Next thing I know, next time I talked to old girl, she came correct. Like she talking about, I'm sorry and shit, like be all kind of polite and shit. So I said, Dad, what the hell did you do? You know. I think, like I said, that was the last I ever heard from old girl. So that was probably the craziest one because that was the first one to ever threaten my life.
Bro, I had a chick
You know.
throw hot ramen on me one time.
Really?
Yeah, bro. You ever have a chick throw hot ramen on you before? You better leave that mug. She'll throw hands. You gonna go to jail. She'll throw papers at you. Like, I'm telling you, people are crazy. You better be careful. Men, women, they all crazy. What is that? That's a booger? You gave me a booger? Oh, you sent me a tiny dino. Okay, I thought you sent me a green booger. My bad. You know, it's whatever. My bad. Thanks for the green dino. Totally thought you got me a green booger there. I appreciate that. I ain't never had one. I know. Shit, you never know what we talking about here. This is some new age stuff, y'all. We'd have gave you like money back in the day. Now people are like, hey, ooh, ah, you know, and getting people throwing diamonds at them and shit. Shit, that used to be a commercial. Diamonds a girl's best friend or something, you know.
Yeah. I think it was a song too.
Was it? It was in a song.
Yeah, or something
I
like
bet
that.
it was about some guy that only dated chicks for a little while. You ever done mushrooms?
No,
Never?
never.
We're going to have to do some mushrooms, y'all. Like the good kind. Not like the kind you're allergic to, but the kind that get you jacked up. That's the kind of mushrooms we want. We want the kind of mushrooms where when you go in fishing, it don't matter if you catch anything at all. You had a damn good time.
Yeah.
Man, one time I came home real quick, right? Because I stored my mushrooms in the freezer, right? That's where they say you should store your mushrooms at, guys. I don't know if it's true, but I did it. It was all right for me. So they said you should store your mushrooms in the freezer, so I did it. I stored them in the freezer. My buddies and us, we was going fishing one time, and I said, all right, let's go fishing. I'm going to go fishing with y'all, but we got to run by the house real quick. I need to get my fishing gear, which I meant like my mushrooms. Like I needed to take enough mushrooms to go fishing. That's what I meant to say, but I said my fishing gear. I mean, it just so happened I also needed to get my fishing gear, but part of that gear was mushrooms. So I ran to the freezer and I was thinking, well, they say take like 1 gram to 2 grams to have a good trip. Like not like a woo seeing shit, but just like a good mellow buzz. So I didn't like throw the digis out or nothing, you know. I didn't do none of that. I just grabbed me a little handful. All right, we can't talk about mushrooms, guys. We be invisible to less people, I guess, on TikTok. Keep hitting that like button. Share us out. Get more people. To hell with them. We talk about the good. You could go to Walmart right now and get mushrooms. Shut up, TikTok. We ain't got time for that. Bronchitis. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. All right, so look. Yeah, 3.5. That's a good amount of shrooms, right? So I just reached in a bag of frozen mushrooms and was like, this is good. I get to fishing. We go right down here. We go on urban fishing, ladies and gentlemen. We go on urban fishing, right, George? So we go down here where the walking trail is, and there's like a little stream goes through it. And we go down there humping it with the kids and stuff. The kids damn near falling in. I'm on mushrooms, so I'm cool. Like, but it was like slightly taking one and a half shots at first. Let me throw that in. At first, that's what it was like. Okay, I get down there, and all the grass is like neck high, except for this little area. And at this point, the mushrooms are kicking in. And everybody's behind me, and they're like, well, what are we going to do? All the grass is tall. We about to go through this. That's what we about to do. And the mushrooms is really kicking in. I probably took 5 grams or so. I should have took less. I probably took 3, 4 to 5, maybe. I was trying to go for a microdose. Probably hit that good level. Everything was colorful. The grass was waving. I almost felt like I was supposed to walk through the grass. Like the grass was going to separate for me. It didn't. It was just like, you know, like that girl that only hangs out with dudes. But, you know, I'm just being honest here. You know, that's what it felt like. You know, or when you're walking through the woods, like, yeah, I'll walk up front on the trail and then all the spider webs get your tall ass. You know, like, you the guy catching them. Well, that was me. But I love mushrooms, man. I'm telling you, like 3-4 states they legal. That's cool with me. As soon as they get to Kentucky, I ain't never touched them. Ever. Never fucked with them.
You know, so that
Until
story.
they get here and they're legal.
That story reminded me of this scene that was in this movie I saw. It was like a Cheech and Chong one. I can't think of the name now, but it's like in this movie they were doing lots of everything. Apparently.
Lots of everything, apparently.
Yeah,
Make sure y'all drop that like
you
button
know.
for us if you ain't following
But
KSG.
the most funniest thing to me was when the dude sent the roommate out, you know, Chong, because he's supposed to have his girl come by, right? So meanwhile, he has to go hang with this dude's cousin, right? And it turns out they had more better time than he did. Well, apparently they came in contact with some type of extraterrestrial alien motherfucker or something like that.
Extraterrestrial
Yeah,
alien.
and he gave him some stuff, right?
Some
And
stuff.
so anyway, he gave it to the dude, you know.
Was it edible or did he have to smoke it?
Again, I don't know. In the scene, he didn't show exactly how he did.
Oh, he just
but
gave
but the
him
funny,
something and
but
he
the
got
funny
to-
thing is, where this was a powerful shit. Cause dude bust through his house like he was hawking shit. Started turning. He went to the neighbor's house. Started fucking through the neighbor's car. I mean, like, dude, you know.
Yo, grass. How's grass made?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a damn good story.
Yes.
You got another one?
I might have one.
Okay, tell it.
Well, like I said, about mushrooms or something else.
All right. What about acid? You ever done acid?
No.
What? You
Mm-mm.
ain't never done acid?
Nope.
Me neither. Well, shit. Damn. Fuck. I thought we had a good story there. So look, guys. I want to try it one time, but I'm super scared because the guy that told me I should try it, and even said, "Look, bro, I'll give you a couple hits for free." He told me one time. He said, "Look, I'll give you a couple hits. I just give it to you." I was like, "All right, cool," but like I got kids, so that's like not really a possibility for me. I'm not really into like just tripping out. Like eating mushrooms, I'm cool with like making things a little happier, but I'm not sure about like feeding Doritos to a tree, you know, and stuff like that. That's not me, you know. So there's something about like taking some drugs that really make you look stupid from everybody else's perspective. You know, I don't want to be walking in public and then all of a sudden be like that chick you see like at the grocery store, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The chick that she looked like she don't know what she wants, but she's putting everything in the cart and then pulling it back out and like. Y'all know. She looked like she got some kind of syndrome, and she don't. It's called meth. You know, like that's it. Like there ain't no other fact about it. The mug got a problem, addiction. That's it. We all got them. Crutches. We got a thing. Y'all.
Yeah.
This is good for you.
Yeah.
You ever had these?
Well, yeah, actually.
Sparkling ice. My granny drank these.
Actually, the funny thing is, I have a funny story about that.
It's not because she drank these though.
Actually, it's a funny story how I discovered those. Because I used to, back in my younger years, when I was in my 20s or something. And I used to work for this grocery store called Kroger's. Or depending on where you are, you know, some areas called JC's, some people call it Kroger's, but it's the same company. Anyway.
I ain't never seen Kroger say /JC.
No, well, trust me, look it up on the website.
I get it.
Yeah. Anyway, you know, moving on. You know, so anyway, I was.
He don't listen.
Do I need to pause?
No, you good. Keep
okay.
going.
So anyway, how I discovered those ices was, well, I've always liked, you know, sparkling waters and stuff like that. Because my mom used to drink the shit when I was a kid.
Right.
You know, and plus I always thought it was a better alternative to soda anyway.
Right.
Well, then I saw this stuff. It was a different case. And I noticed it had different, more varieties of flavors than the stuff I would normally get.
Right.
So I gave it a try, and sometimes they'll have deals where I'll get more for less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plus, since I work for Kroger's, I got a discount on top of it too.
Right.
So yeah, so when I used to drink these, I used to get them by the case.
It's because Hazel is in there wailing about her ear, and so Henry said, "I'm having a sleep," and Christopher said, "I'm having a sleep." I don't know what to do so bad. Her ear hurts. I gave her one.
Peroxide water. Mike's going back.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Had to deal with a kid emergency. We have a kid with an ear that hurts. I don't get it. Sometimes these kids don't listen when I tell them wear warm clothes. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. It is freezing cold outside, and my daughters want to argue about wearing dresses and skirts and tank tops. I'm glad I didn't put my dad through that. Right. If I'd have ever told him I wanted to wear a dress or a tank top or a skirt in the winter, he'd have probably hurt me. He'd have probably dotted me in the eye. You know what's crazy though? there's a picture out there on the internets of your boy in a skirt. I'm not gonna tell you where you can find it, but I'm sure if you look in the comment section below, somebody will let you know how to get a hold of it. I know it. I'm for sure of it. I guarantee they'll tell you where you can find it. It might be on Reddit. It might be somewhere. Shit, it might be on XNXX, bro. We know, shit. Used to be all them other sites, but now you need identification and stuff. So there's a lot less people wanting to be on there. So for real though, I think doing the ACID would be cool one time if I didn't have kids around. Like it'd be super cool to try it one time.
Me
I have a
personally?
buddy that told me that he had a friend that was gonna do it, and he said, "Look, every time you don't feel like you need to take another hit because you're just there, take another hit." And I said, "Bro, that's not the guy I need to be around. I'm not trying to be around that guy when I'm trying ACID, ACID for the first time. All right, when he says if you don't feel like you need to take another hit because you are too tore up, take another hit." And I said, "No, I don't think that's how that works, bro. You cannot put that on me. I won't feel like that. Like somebody's got to be able to survive to tell my kids what happened. All right, like it's not gonna be me if I'm taking a hit after I feel like I shouldn't take no more. But I do think it'd be cool to do fireworks
Me
on
personally,
acid.
I would never do it.
For real?
No, because I'm sorry, I got too much shit to do.
So yeah, but like acid's only like I hear that it's only a couple hour thing. So if you
No,
did it,
dude, you don't get it. You know how I do stuff at home.
yeah. But if you was here, right, and we was having a fire, right,
Uh,
and you just did your little piece, right,
uh,
and then for 2-3 hours you was hanging out here chilling, having a fire, and it was cool, everything was great. Then you went home after, you'd be great.
am I still feeling the effects of it?
Nah.
Well, okay, so that's
We're
what
gonna
I'm
do
saying.
some research, y'all, before we get on here live and do that. But I tell you what, I'm debating it. I mean, there's a guy that I know. We'll call him Jim, and he's the guy that I would hit up because he's got Slim Jim. He got the connects, bro. He be going to the concerts and just dabbing each other. Here, open your mouth. Right on your tongue. You know, I want to be on that level one day. Like, I'm scared, y'all. I don't know what it is. There's something about giving it all up to whatever we made of. You know, because essentially from what I hear, you just turn into a ball of energy flying through space, essentially. If you find out who you are. Like, and I thought I knew who I was. Like, I didn't know that this was going to be a problem. You know, to where I might have to take acid to find out who I am.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't feel like having that journey because I want to be like
you wouldn't
how.
take peyote?
No, cause my whole fear is.
Would you take Mad Honey?
No.
Do you know what Mad Honey is?
No.
Damn.
'Cause
Y'all know what Mad Honey is?
Here's my fear. You know, I feel if I take any of the things we were not talking about a minute ago, you know, I want to be like, you know, in that Friday movie, like they want to do the, you know, Smokey be like in a chicken coop somewhere just trying to find my brain. You know, that's still in my skull, but I think like these chickens ate it, and I'm about to whoop a chicken's ass because I think it ate my brain.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be like that viral on that video, bro. You know,
I get it.
I ain't trying.
mean,
Like I said, I'm not trying to be that guy. You
we
know?
don't have to be live, y'all. Like, we don't, but we gonna film it. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
We gonna film it. Because if me or George end up doing some dumb shit,
It'll be him.
It's- hey, nah, George.
No.
Me and George both gonna be running around acting like a dog. We gonna be- George gonna be on acid like.
Nope.
I'm telling you, this is gonna be great, y'all.
Yeah,
George,
right.
I don't know though. I'm scared to do that, man. I've never messed with it. I won't mess with no hard drugs. But to me, stuff like acid, LSD, I've never messed with them. But from what I hear, we are made of such items. So all we're doing is giving ourselves more of it, and it's increasing what we know. I'm just telling you what some old head told me. All right, y'all. So look, fireworks when you stone will be cool, and when you own acid or any of those others. All right, but I want to tell you something. Them adult poppers that they got are dangerous. Tune in. I'll tell you 1 second. Hold on. All right. So look, I have a friend who had some of them adult poppers. You know what I'm talking about? Not the little white ones that you throw on the ground with your kids. Not those ones. You know those little red ones that have the gunpowder through them, I guess. They're about this long, about a ½ inch. And you can throw them on the ground and they'll pop. You know what I'm talking about? Them adult poppers, the little long red stick ones. Remember I showed you them? And you throw them down?
Yeah.
Alright, so a buddy of ours took those home. It wasn't my fault. I didn't sell them or nothing. I just was there. I was a witness. So he chucked one on the ground. It exploded, popped up with such force that it hit his old lady right in the tooth.
Oh man.
You know what happened? It cracked her damn tooth. Cracked her tooth. Took a chunk out of her tooth. She had to go to the dentist over it.
Oh, that's awful.
Had a chunk of her tooth taken out because of the adult poppers. That, what? Like I could see taking a golf ball to the face. You know, like shit. Bobby Boucher, you know, like, or something gets out on the court, hit you, you know, but.
Or, you know that one movie where the dude hit that one chick in the face in the volleyball?
Yes, Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Boom,
Yeah,
hit her with the volleyball.
So
Smacked her
like
up in
that,
the nose. She
you know,
was
crack
bleeding
her
like a
nose
girl.
and stuff, you know.
Top secret Zach. All right, yeah, look. I gotta tell you something. That's it. Yeah, that's all I had. Now I'm just playing. Cliffhangers. Psych. See you next week. No, I'm just playing. All right, y'all ever prank call somebody when you were a kid? Or yesterday? Maybe today?
Honestly,
Or tomorrow?
I have to say no. Because I'm sorry, I was too much of a nerd back in the game. But then again,
What'd you say?
I said I was too much of a nerd
Back in the what?
in the day.
Okay. That's not what you said, George.
Well, then again,
What'd you say, baby?
Jay.
I heard it.
you know,
Back in the day, he was
Yeah,
not
anyway.
being sexist or
Yeah.
whatever that is.
well,
What
anyway,
is
back in the
associated?
day, I used to
Yes.
be a nerd, which of course today ain't much changed because I'm still a nerd. I'm just older.
We all nerdy.
So of course, my sister used to do the prank call because she was a more social profile than I am. My thing is stay away from me. You know,
Avoid.
my thing is if you wasn't like a science project or a book, I'm not interested.
Yeah, man, it's a
You
science
know.
project or a
You know,
book.
like my friends were books or Bill Nye the Science Guy program back in the
that
day.
man was my friend too.
You know,
alright? He couldn't have just been.
I mean,
your
like I said, I used to watch like Nova and
bro, that
National
man had his own
Geographic
show.
graphics. You know,
Bill Nye had his own show.
you know, and
After I was in high school. That's crazy. I
Yeah.
thought the man was down the tubes when I was in high school. I thought that's why they was showing his videos.
mm,
Like, I thought that's how he made his money was by showing us in science class.
no,
That was it. I thought that was it. I thought they had no other reason other than to give him kickbacks. That was it. Like,
no, because
that
like I
give us
said,
free time.
basically when Bill Nye was in his prime, like I said, Bill Nye was popular back when I was a kid because he was like the late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I was in like the 3rd grade, you know, when I was watching his stuff. In fact, he was the one who taught me how the whole hydraulic system in the car works. The suspension was because of a program of Bill Nye. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I would ever put hydraulics in my car, though. That'd be crazy.
Actually, I would, and I have.
I mean, I've had, like, air ride.
I mean,
I've
air ride
never
is
had
very-
no, like, hey, I'm going to bounce the front of my car 4 feet off the ground and have it look at the sun.
Well, technically, you could do the same thing with air ride too.
Yeah, but I just. That,
But
to me, that
hydraulics
sounds
just takes more work.
Yeah, it just sounds so fucked up. Like, I feel like all the impact you put on your car, all the nuts, the bolts. I mean, I've seen them things fall apart, bro. It's crazy. You see the
True.
wheels fall off and then fall on a wheel sideways?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Well, actually, we call that.
That's crazy.
Actually, we call that just another day at the office.
Yeah, that sounds like a $2,500 to $6,000
In fact, actually, we have a saying like this. Sometimes
You
the
might as
first
well
thing
go money.
the first thing you ever break on your lowrider This is when you
the
become
bottom of your car.
no, which is no. From what I heard, and I actually learned this because I used to have an '85 Fleetwood, and he said you're not an official lowrider person until you break your ball joint,
Right.
because sometimes you can be bouncing your car, and you can have the most heaviest, dutiest ball joint. He says this shit would not break. But just like how that Aladdin guy says, look, it would not break. Look, it broke. Well,
Hell
your
yeah.
ball joint will break. It's not like if it's not gonna break. It's when it breaks. Are you gonna be in a situation you can fix it real quick, or are you gonna be in some kind of fucking like, oh my god, please don't hit nobody?
I don't know.
You know.
Oh no, snap fitness.
Like abort.
Yeah, at that point you better hope you got insurance.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
know.
Were you the first one to call the police or the first one to get away? That's it. All right, y'all. I will tell you though, the one time I made a prank phone call, reverting back to that question,
Right.
is me and my cousin Richie and Marco were hanging out in Nashville, and a radio station that was on the radio was like this most country radio station in the world. So we kept calling during live time where you could request a song, and we request like, wanna be a baller, shot collar, 20-inch blade.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's Troy.
So, yeah, little Troy. So we would like request stupid shit, and they'd be like, "This is a country station here, son." And then my cousins would talk crap, and well, they didn't really have specifically caller ID back then, but they did have something because the police showed up at our fucking apartment door one day. We pretended like we wasn't home. My grandma answered the door because we was like, "Look, we sleep." Nah, we knew. We looked out, saw us police. We laid down. Figured grandma's old. She ain't getting up. She's not getting up for the door. So we pretended like we was all sleeping. And baby, Richie will tell you about this. Police kept knocking. Grandma woke up. She went and answered that door.
Yep.
Hello? Do you or anybody in this house know anybody that's been making phone calls for the past 4 or 5 hours? Like, we gave them a lot of time to find out who we were. Like, I'm telling you right now, we was requesting every song. I'm telling you, it was nuts. They was like, what? And they was mad because we were live. Like, so they would call and they'd take whatever caller. And it was like 2, 3 in the morning. So nobody's up making calls to this radio station but us. Okay? And star 67 or whatever it was worked. Star 69, whichever one it was, made your shit not show up. Right?
It'll start 6-7.
Yeah, so we dialed that and the number. And we ended up calling this radio station probably some 300 times in 5 hours. And they sent the police to our crib. And our grandma was like, hold on. And started screaming. So we all got up, pretending like, hey, what are you doing? We just woke up, you know. And grandma's like, you been calling the radio station? We was like, no. And she smacked Richie in the back of the head. He was like, yep. Hell yeah. I said, damn, we all about to get hit in the back of the head. So we knew what was up. Man, it was the scariest thing in my life, though, to see 7 police officers outside that door banging on my grandma's house. All because we were saying some dumb stuff. Like, they would hang up on us and we'd call again.
Honestly, okay, this might not be a story about prank calls, but I do have a story about police showing up at my door, like a whole lot of them. Now, my thing is this. Police has never scared me because, again, I'm a fucking nerd.
Hell yeah,
so there's not a whole lot of things nerds would do that'll warrant this kind of, animosity with the cops. Not saying, I would have any anyway.
Right.
Well, anyway, I remember this is when I had my first apartment where I had no roommates, just actually my own shit, right? Well, the thing I didn't know about was the building I moved into was known for like high traffic and shit, and not to mention one of the so-called drug dealers they were looking for happened to live right next door to me.
Yeah, they'll find me.
So anyway, long story short, and my thing is, I was a bold motherfucker back in the day. Like, I would cuss anybody out. I don't care if you cops, the priest, or even, the Messiah himself.
The Messiah.
Because my thing is, I was working third shift at Timber Job, so of course,
At where?
I was working for this temporary service, third shift.
Oh, I thought you said Jimmy John's. I was
No.
gonna say you was riding on a bike delivering sandwiches. That's the quickest service.
Right.
You ever heard them?
I used to work for Jimmy John's, but that's a different story.
For real?
Yeah. Anyway, shut up. Let me talk.
Damn.
You know. So anyway, so mind you, this was payday or something. This is like before I decided to go get my check because usually on paydays I had like 2 or 3 days off based on the shift I worked.
Right.
So I used to have a routine. I'll get off work. I make maybe a little breakfast or something. While my breakfast cooking, I may take a quick shower or something. Eat my little breakfast, clean up my house a little bit, take a nap, then go get my check, cash it, take care of some bills, and then until the next time I go to work, it will be 2 or 3 days. I just chill.
Right.
Like I may go see a movie, or I may go hang with the homies or something. But no, this day somebody just had to be an asshole. You know.
Yeah. You know how that is.
So anyway, what happened was this chick I met in the building, you know, and I'm not going to go into great stories about who this chick is because it doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
You know, but this chick happened to show up. We were hanging out, and she happens to leave. Now, the thing is, I didn't know this bill was going to get raided that morning. Come to find out, we were on the news and everything. You know, all I know is I was upstairs sleep as hell while all this is going on because I'm pissed off because the police won't go ask me all these fucking questions talking about, do you know who so-and-so is? And sometimes I get to the point where you tired. I get to the point where I just don't give a fuck. I said, look here, dude, I'm going to see you one fucking time. I just moved in this building. I don't know who the fuck these people are. All I do is I go to work. I work my fucking job. I come home. I may have a beer. I take a nap, which you just deserve it from. Other than that, I don't know who the fuck I just moved in this building. I'm just giving them the fucking riot act.
Right.
You know.
Hell yeah.
Well, anyway, wanted to do some ID down to the people, the office people. They verified who I was, gave me my shit back, you know. And you think it'd be over at that point when the cops said, "Can we check your apartment?" Right? Now, mind you, like I said earlier, I just cleaned my stuff, right? I step in. Oh, I was pissed. I about ready to take all those 7 SWAT teams, and you know when the shit take my 100-yard fist, you know, rub out their tonsils through their assholes, you know, because they just fucked up my shit. I just spent like 2 hours cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Like they just would eat, you know, mop and glove.
Yeah.
You know,
Bro, so off topic,
Yes.
completely off of what you were talking about.
All right.
So, you ever go to open a door real quick, and I don't know if it's the wrong foot that's forward. I think you end up putting the same leg forward, but to where when you yank the door open, you hit your foot, and then you walk into the corner of the door. Have you ever done that? Oh my God, bro! I did that the other day.
Dude, I know what you're talking about.
Man, it sucked so bad. I was like, boom,
No.
mother.
No,
Are you
sometimes,
serious?
bro,
It was the worst
honestly,
thing in the
it
world.
depends on the angle. Because, dude, sometimes you either hit your toenails if they're long,
Yeah.
or you scrape the top of your foot
Yeah.
somehow,
Bro, I've walked right into the corner
or
of the
sometimes
damn
you stub
door.
your toenails, motherfucker. It all depends on the angle of the, that shit sucks.
Bro, I had a line right here one time when I was in the Army. I was trying to run out. I was late for formation. Ran out, grabbed the door, it hit my toe, and I ran right into the damn corner of it. Boom. And I mean, it left a line right here. It was absolutely insane. Seems like now it's even brighter, even though I turned it down. There we go, y'all. My bad. It's super bright. Tried to turn this down a little bit so it wouldn't be so bright. Extra bright in here. I had a friend lose his wallet one time, y'all. He called everywhere to try to find a way to get a new card quickly. He had to cancel everything. Had to do all this stuff. And then after he starts getting his stuff back in the mail,
Yeah.
guess where he finds his wallet? You know, in trucks, y'all, when you get in a truck and you're sitting in the driver's seat and you look up on your dashboard, most trucks in the middle have like a little spot that you can, most cars do, have like a little divot right here, like a little plastic tray essentially in the top of the dashboard in the middle that you can put stuff in. His wallet was sitting right there. He was even on the phone in his truck, right in front of his wallet, calling these places, talking about how he couldn't find his wallet. It was stolen. He left it somewhere. He needed to cancel his cards, order new cards. His bills were due, right? He couldn't pay his bills. He couldn't go into the bank to get money out. He didn't have a wallet. He didn't have no ID, no cards, no nothing. The man couldn't get a hold of nothing. And he was so mad. And every time he drove around to every one of those places, his wallet was right there by him. That's got to be some serious stuff right there. I'd be wondering if the guy didn't just be like an asshole in life to where God was like, look, I'm going to make you suffer just a little bit because you just can't get right, you know? Forrest Gump got right. He had some leg extensions and stuff, you know?
And he went to like Nam and shit.
Yeah, he went to Nam.
And
Water was coming up.
And he became like a hardcore motherfucker.
Yeah, it rained from the ground.
He said he was hoping to, including Bubba.
Hell yeah. He was a shrimp.
I mean, his homie was like, I gotta find Bubba. And damn it, then his goal. Like he said, he's gonna find Bubba, and damn it, he found Bubba.
So,
you know.
So the same thing happened to me though with my wallet.
Right.
Shortly after this guy lost his wallet. On Halloween. So on Halloween, I thought I put my wallet in my Batman utility belt when I went trick-or-treating with my children and family, dressed as Batman characters and such. And when I got home, I went to bed. I was hecka tired. Laid down, went to bed in the morning, got up, trying to find my wallet, couldn't find my wallet. Anyway, you know what else I couldn't find? My utility belt for my Batman outfit. So I figured maybe I had put my wallet in my utility belt. That's why I can't find my wallet in my utility belt. Because before I left, that's what I thought about doing. I was like, I'm gonna carry my gun while I'm trick-or-treating with my kids, so I want to make sure I have my wallet and stuff on me. Well, I guess I didn't bring it with me. Later on, I found out. But I drove around this neighborhood like a weirdo at 6:30 in the morning in the dark, looking for my paint or my, like the outline of my utility belt or my wallet or something.
Right.
And then in the afternoon was doing the same, came back, found my wallet later on that day, but still can't find my utility belt. So whoever out there has my Batman utility belt from here at Radcliffe, give it back. No, I need it. Like, I need a difference between the black outfit. Like, it's one piece, so it's all black. You don't have the yellow in the middle. Just looks like you in a onesie. So I need to look like a Batman. So please, can I have my utility belt back? I'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, thank you. But yes, I also thought I lost my wallet. I was tripping out. Couldn't spend no money. It was horrible.
Well, actually, if you want like a quick story, when you asked me about did I really work for Jimmy John's? Well, yeah, I worked for Jimmy John's briefly. Jimmy
John's.
And honestly, how I got the job, it's beyond me because, like I said, it would have not been a really usual place where I would have really thought to go work. But I guess it's like during COVID or something, and I was just bored as hell at the house. I mean, come on, you're going to play so much Call of Duty and whoop zombies' asses some day. Right?
How's the audio sound?
Anyway, so I decided to look for like a quick job I could just do real quick to get a couple, just get me out of the house for a few hours. Well, the Jimmy John's I worked for, believe it or not, was in Louisville, around like Brownsboro Road area or something. Right. Real nice neighborhood. I got to see Ferraris and shit.
Hell yeah.
Well, the one thing I hated about that job was these people had these nice houses, but they had the most fucked up driveways. If you drive a lowered vehicle, you know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say fucked up driveways.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you come up on a steep thing, you can't hit that shit get on because you gonna scrape and get stuck. You have to take shit on an angle and stuff. Well, anyway, this one particular driveway has this double wheel type of fuckery.
Right.
Well, because of that, the first thing I had to fix in my car was I had to replace my power steering pump, the hoses, the pulley, and my record pinion because I got stuck on these motherfuckers' driveway when my shit hung on shit, and all I could get up was to rip it, and I leaked like power steering fluid for almost 3 or 4 months until I got the money to replace all that shit.
Right.
I spent probably like $200 in fluid
Dang.
alone just to make sure the shit topped off. And the funny thing is, while I had that problem, I drove that car all the way from Indiana to Ohio and back. With that problem until I eventually got it fixed. And once I did, I said, I am no longer working that job.
Hell yeah.
Because the commute alone is like, with the amount I was getting paid, plus I was supposed to be doing deliveries, but deliveries was not all I did. So when I did get my paycheck, a good 85% of it was going to my gas tank.
Well, y'all on TikTok, Zach's, my bad. You're really far away, so your audio's different than on YouTube.
So anyway, yeah, I just did a job for like a couple of months to get a little Christmas money, if you will. And like I said, when Christmas came, I took a trip to go back home to see some of my family in Ohio. And when I came back through, that's the last time Louisville, Kentucky ever saw my fat ass.
Hell yeah.
Or my lowrider Honda.
Hell yeah. Well, I hope all y'all had a good trick-or-treating season. Hopefully y'all got plenty of candy. The one day a week that it rained, it was definitely Halloween in Kentucky. Now, I don't know about you or your kids, but my kids were out there trying to get free candy. So it was definitely Halloween. They were out there doing that. They had clear ponchos on with a hood. You could see their costumes, so it just looked like they were running around with a trash bag on, oversized trash bag. Neighbor's like, oh, you look cute. I was like, yeah, we're just going as a bunch of bags of trash. We're just going to go get some candy. What's up? It was awesome. But there was a lot less people out there looking like a bunch of bags of trash, and they look cold. So I'll tell you what, if you were ever in a situation where the weather is inclement and you have a possibility to put a trash bag on you, do it. It wasn't a trash bag my kids had on them, but it was a poncho, whatever. It was still the cheap plastic trash bag for 33 cents from Walmart. And they just called it a poncho, had a hood. It was cool, but I noticed everybody else's kid out there freezing. Now my daughter's still complaining about an earache, so there ain't no telling if that's really what the case is. She's probably really having an earache issue, but my daughters, they deal with things differently than other people. So they're like men. We usually only complain once it's really bad. Mm-hmm. So, I want to give a big shout out to all our troops, past and present. Thank you for serving our country.
Yep, thank you.
I want to definitely give a big shout out. I'm a veteran. If it wasn't for us, everybody else out there that's now active duty, we all would not be free, past and present. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine, and his father was a veteran. I haven't heard from him, but I think I have a good idea where he is. If I really wanted to go try to find him.
Right.
But like I said, he's a veteran. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
His dad is too.
Man, the area we live in is full of veterans.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that is for sure. Hey guys, one big thing I want to let you know. Don't care who you supported during this election process. I don't care at all. But I do want to let you know that Trump won. He won by a big margin, I guess. And I know I'm touching on some touchy subjects there, y'all. I know some of y'all absolutely hate the guy. I don't like him for a lot of reasons. But if I had to pick somebody that would keep us the most safe and worry about number one, America, I'd probably pick that guy, to be honest. I don't have a lot of political, thoughts about it. I mean, I know Kamala's new to the scene. She was a great vice president, but I just hope that whoever is in office, when they are in office, they do the best for me, my family, and my community. I don't care who you voted for, why you did, why you don't like them. That's none of my personal beliefs. We don't want to get into all the political stuff about it. Trump will be the next president, though, whether or not anybody likes it or not. So the truth is, we need to figure out the best way to go forward as a nation. That's it. That's all I got to say about that topic. Got anything to say?
Nope, not got it.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure we touched on that as a podcast, as a stream. Wanted to make sure we let y'all know. Look, we don't care who the president is. There's not one out there that will be liked by everybody. There will not be one out there that is liked 100% by everybody. Not just by in general. Like, I'm talking about, like, even if I liked Trump, I wouldn't even like him 100%. Like, I would like him 20 or 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not one president out there that'll be liked 100% by everybody. That's just not going to happen. There's going to be issues that people don't like about every president. Like, it's weird to say that there's one person that's going to be the same as every other person. I don't think so. So, there's going to be a lot of issues there. We don't like to get into politics. Just wanted to point out he did win. Want to give him our support. He's our president after Biden's done. So, until that point, Biden's our president. We give him support. After that, Trump gets ours, and so on and so forth. Also, I want to make sure that everybody has a great night. Hopefully, wherever you are in the world, you are enjoying yourself. Have a great Thursday. It's almost Friday, y'all. Hopefully, you're ready for the weekend. You ready for the weekend?
Always.
I gotta work. So, hopefully, y'all enjoy your weekend. I will enjoy mine. I do what I do on the weekends because I want to spread good vibes. Y'all have a blessed one. Be safe. Remember, we're in this shitty world together. Let's get through it together. And let's have a good 420 friendly time while we do it. We love y'all. We'll see you next time when we go live on KSG Adventures. Make sure you hit the like, share, follow button. Make sure you tune in next time live on Thursday night. Later, y'all. See ya. See you later. See you later. Don't touch my